Hello and welcome.
If you're new around here, you might be asking yourself, what is Sneakbike?
Well, we won't dig into the lore of the name right now. We're always happy to tell you more about who we are and what we do.
Our main goal is to build a community through retro gaming.
And we believe in creating a safe space where we lift each other up along the way.
We're all about learning new things.
Stepping outside of our comfort zones.
And serving up some friendly, casual competition.
Whoever you are, whatever your background, we'd love to hang and play some games together.
So come on by, sign up for a race or cheer on our racers, and show us what you've got.
Stay sneaky, friends.
Hello, Sneak Squad and Sidekicks. We hope that you're all living your best lives and ready for some sneaky fun today. My name is Dexter Chaco, and alongside me here we have Brennomania, the one and only. We are your commentators for today, ready to deliver both the sneak and the bike. If this is your first time joining us, and you may be justifiably wondering, what is a sneak bike? Let's give you the quick rundown. Our two racers today will race two retro games from a bygone era, and they are not aware of the games ahead of time, hence the hashtag sneak. The first one to complete the given objectives in these games is our number one good friend for the day. Most things we do, from scoring to mercy kills, you'll notice is arbitrary, but the fun is genuine. Our main goal here is to build community through retro gaming, and we couldn't do that without each and every one of you, so thank you so much for joining us today. On that note, let's go ahead and have Brennomania introduce our racers for this first of 3 rounds.
Thank you, Dex. It's good to be here, and it is a very exciting day here at Sneakbike because we have the championship for the beginners bracket happening in a moment here. Let's introduce our racers first. They are both veterans of Sneakbike. This is certainly not their first rodeo. We've got, on the left, we've got Sleekbeak, and on the right, we've got Copperwing _ capital S, capital J, capital J. They will be racing through 2 games today, and we'll get to that in a sec. But first, just to let you know, Sleekbeak is not a streamer. He has tried it. He said that he prefers to stay on the down low. But Copperwing is a streamer, and she often streams Pokemon games and other things like that. So please go check them out at their various channels. Before we get going here, our first game today is going to be Frogger. So beforehand, we asked the racers what are their favorite frog-based characters. Sleek actually likes Mr. Toad from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Wild Adventure, and also, of course, Slippy Toad from the Star Fox series. Copperwing is partial to Jambette, one of the OG Animal Crossing villagers. So those are their favorite frog characters. And let's segue into the race here. Before we do that, real quick, we've got to give a shout out to the rest of our crew. Thank you to all of our mod team who is here today. Thank you to our social media team as well. And thank you to Cosmicordia for producing today's race. With that, let's go ahead and get the sneak bike rolling. Dex.
All right, racers. When I say go, and not that time, after the countdown, you're gonna hit start and get that run going. All right, here we go. Oh, trick question again. Gosh, I'm just doing that by accident every time, and neither of you have started, so we have very attentive racers. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and we are off. I am pulling the feed up right now.
Same. All right.
We have predictions open right now. If you want to place bets on whomst will win this Frogger race, please check above the chat section and place your bets. You will win. You have the possibility of winning Geek Bucks, which, I mean, the value is only going up on those things, so you're going to want to get them while you can.
the value of those things is what it is in your heart, and hopefully that is millions upon millions of whatever currency you currently spend.
So yeah, SNES Frogger. It's definitely more pleasing to the eye than arcade Frogger. There's more colors. That's pretty.
I gotta say, any version of Frogger is a step up for me. My first exposure to Frogger was the Apple IIe version on those green screens with just like the various green pixels. So
yes,
yeah. So it's a very low bar to clear for me, but the SNES version is very pleasing to look at, I have to say.
Yeah, it's got like kind of a like claymation kind of vibe to it. I can't really quantify it any further than I've just had this general pleasant claymation vibe. Just to fill everybody in on what these racers, what their goal is for Frogger, their goal is to be the first to beat level 5. So we are on there. They're both on level 1 right now, and in Frogger, your goal is to get your frog into each of the little caves in the back. So once you fill in all of them, you advance to the next level.
Yeah, that's correct. There's 5 in total, so you got to fill those caves with 5 frogs. You got to get them across the road and the river successfully. You can see Copper almost got there, but those sinking turtles did her in. So, but yeah, so they got to go through 5 levels of this, and the difficulty will increase as they go along. The cars will get faster, more obstacles will be thrown in. There will be alligators and snakes and whatnot, but we'll see how they do in this first round here.
Yeah, totally. Looks like Copperwing.
Totally.
Copperwing's already off to a good start right here with 2 frogs in, and Sleekbeak with 1, so it's still pretty close right now. It looks like whatever town this Frogger is taking place in has a great education system, because there are school buses galore.
There are so many buses. Yeah. This definitely looks like New York City, I gotta say, because I mean, you need this many buses to bus that many students in a city like that. So it can only be New York City. And actually, I'm looking right outside my window, and I'm seeing exactly the scene before me. It's like I'm almost kind of creeped out. I feel like the game is actually watching me.
Yeah, and
I'm watching it back.
Yeah, art reflects reality, or however
it really does. Sleek takes
the
the game over there.
I love how checked out Frogger. They like coded Frogger to be this like extremely indifferent character in this Frogger in the FCU. We should say the Frogger Cinematic Universe.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is the frog that just does not care anymore.
Yeah.
The game originally came out in 1981, and this being the SNES version, it's got to be at least 10 years after the fact. And I gotta imagine 10 years of trying to cross the road and cross the river, you just gotta check out after a certain period of time. So I can understand that attitude.
Yeah, this was 1998 that Frogger SNES came out, and
it really took them that long to make a Frogger SNES version?
I guess so. It was
1998. Wow.
Yeah.
The N64 was out by then. My goodness.
It was the last officially licensed game released in the United States for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Oh wow. I
did
not know that.
That was the Super Nintendo magnum opus. That was the send off, the kiss goodbye.
The swan song, as it were.
Yeah. Frogger SNES.
Frogger SNES. How about that?
I found a couple of little tidbits, which so the publisher or the developer was Morningstar Multimedia, and I think that Morningstar Multimedia also did the Ren and Stimpy show Buckaroos, which was another SNES game.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, and Frogger, so this version of Frogger actually just lifts a bunch of pieces of code from that Ren and Stimpy game, and including the music. The music from this game is actually just music from the Ren and Stimpy show.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. I was playing this earlier, and I don't even remember there being music, actually.
Yeah. The Frogger was never a series that really the music stuck out to me, I suppose.
Man, one of these days they should do just an HD remake of Frogger with like they should hire like an A-list game composer to do the soundtrack for Frogger HD remake. Like get Uematsu or Mitsuda or someone in there.
Right. And it looks like Sleekbeak is looking to stack that last frog all the way on the left side. Copperwing has 3 to go. Sleekbeak is looking to get that last one. So
and I don't know about you, Dex, but in my experience, getting that one all the way on the left is usually the hardest one for me.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends. Oh, nice, and Sleekbeak does it. I think that the logs might change directions depending on the level, but yeah, that last one on the top left is you definitely have the smallest window because the logs are going to the right in that back row.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be on those turtles in the second to top row, and you got to get all the way over to the left and hope that you time it right to get on a log that's going the other way, and then you have just a split second to get into that left one. Yeah, and on this level now, they're on level 2. As you look in the caves, you'll notice, if you look on Sleeks right now, sometimes there's a crocodile that shows up in one of the caves, so you got to get in there before a croc just jumps out.
Oh, right. Gosh, yeah, that's the worst. Actually, thank you, Kia. Yeah, so Copper is actually on level 2. I might have overlooked this. So Copperwing is actually on level 2 and looking to put the last frog away. So Copper's actually in the lead.
Yeah,
and,
Copper is out in the lead right now.
Wow. Great job, great position, and actually just kind of doing some dash dancing on that left row. Pretty cool.
That was a slick move for Copper. Nice. Try not to croak in level 3. Good advice, game.
Oh wow, Sleekbeak with the game over. Back to level 1.
Yeah, and there are no continues in this game either. So if you die and you game over, it's all the way back to the beginning, which is rough.
Yeah, that's big for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Another little tidbit for the viewers is this race is running old school Sneakbike style, which is once the racers complete the challenge, which is finishing level 5, they immediately move into the next game, no break. So it's like a relay race, but they're passing the baton to themselves.
It's Sneakbike Classic here for the beginner championship.
Yes.
Just like the old days of 6 months ago.
Yeah, of which I totally am familiar with, and not just theorizing or...
That's the ancient lore of Sneakbike.
Oh, yes. Oh my god, I feel like I looked away for 2 seconds, and
I'm Copper's back on level 1, yeah.
Goodness dearie me.
I turned my head to drink my water, and in the split second that my eyes went off the screen, that happened.
I moved away from the mic to breathe, and there it was.
Commentating requires intense concentration to do even a mediocre job.
Yeah. So your first Frogger game was for the Apple II. Did you play any of the other ones? Because I feel like there are a million Frogger games.
Oh, there's got. I'm sure that I played like a Windows version of Frogger when I was in like elementary or middle school.
Sure.
I'm sure it had to have come just preloaded, but yeah, when I was like little, like a toddler, my dad had an Apple IIe computer and we had all kinds of games on it, and Frogger was one of them. That's actually one of the earliest games I remember playing too.
Nice.
Was Frogger. I was terrible at it, but
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough game, and to be honest, like it doesn't do it's one of those games where the only thing that there is just more of what it already is. You know what I mean? Like it's not it doesn't give you like boss battles or a whole lot to really keep you going, except for just more hopping goodness.
Yeah. And honestly, this game, the original game came out 1981, 40 years ago. Can you imagine that? Like,
I know.
We've spent 40 years trying to answer the question, why did the frog cross the road? And I don't think we know. We still don't know. Like, the search for knowledge continues, I think.
Yeah, to get to the other side 5 times at least.
5 times per level.
Both racers on level 2 right now, and Sleekbeak with a slight lead, looking at slamming that last cave in the back. Oh my god!
Oh! Overshot.
Yeah, right in the water.
That's rough. Now, You know,
Sheesh.
I never understood why falling in the river kills the frog, because aren't frogs able to swim?
I think that Frogger probably has like lived a life of sloth on land. I think is like maybe Frogger's like tragic pride is their undoing. That like fame has caused them to live in their penthouse apartment in the Hollywood Hills.
You know,
they
that
just
sounds
don't-
right.
Yeah, they don't belong anymore. You know.
There are frogs from the upper caste of society,
Mhm.
and they lived a pampered life, and they never learned the basics of being a peasant frog,
Right.
as it were.
Right. Yeah. They were the bourgeois.
Yeah, too bougie.
Yep.
So this
yeah.
this is a cautionary tale, really, is what we're saying.
Definitely.
Don't live the bourgeois life, or you will drown in the river.
Copperwing's been holding it straight and true right now with level 2 last 4 frogs in.
Yeah.
Looking at that last one, and there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Copperwing, level 3.
Copper's back up to level 3. I think that's as far as anyone's gotten so far in this first round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for, especially because of the format. So far, no save states or anything for levels are allowed, so they're just going all the way up to level 5. So there's a lot of potential for huge leads or deficits depending on when they finish the level 5.
I do have a sneaking suspicion we are gonna be having save states at some point, because these levels get really hard really
They're
fast.
tough.
Yeah, they are. I was trying to play through this earlier. I didn't even get to level 5.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Yeah, so I have no idea what level 5 looks like. So it'll be a surprise for all of us, I think. We all have something to look forward to.
Yeah, I noticed that somebody said in chat that that they tried to kind of make Frogger into like an alternate Sonic the Hedgehog or like a Mario character by like giving them more of a personality. And did you ever remember seeing like the adventure Frogger games where Frogger straight up is like a bipedal creature that like walks around on like it's like a humanoid and like an adventure game?
You know, I feel like I vaguely recall this. I'm sure I read about it in Nintendo Power or GamePro or something back in the day, but
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
I've never actually played any game like that.
They've got like huge like Franklin vibes. Remember the kids show Franklin? Maybe you don't.
Oh my gosh. No, I do remember Franklin. I don't know if I ever really watched it, but I am aware of its existence.
Yeah, I think the latest Frogger game that I played was Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge for the Sega Dreamcast. It was a
Swampy's
3D...
Revenge.
Mhm.
That just sounds like a great title for anything.
Yeah.
Any sequel. I don't even care if there's not a character named Swampy in it. I just want the subtitle to be Swampy's Revenge.
Yeah, and it's weird because I mean I'm not well steeped in Frogger lore, the FCU, but I didn't know who Swampy was, and I honestly couldn't tell you, having played through the game multiple times when I was younger. I don't remember what Swampy was, what their motivation was. I mean,
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
The only thing we know is someone did Swampy wrong. Someone did Swampy wrong. Frogger did Swampy wrong somehow.
It's hard to look at this game. It's hard to look at this game's humble beginnings and try and create some sort of compelling narrative from here. Like the original Frogger game is like very clearly it's like an arcade game. It's a cute arcade game. Get Frog to cave, get points. But then like thinking about adding a story, right? Thinking about creating some sort of narrative where it's literally the only things that we know is there's a frog.
There is a frog in a cave. I wonder if you could tie it to Plato's allegory of the cave. Maybe there's something to this game that is tied to Plato, and perhaps there's some kind of commentary on just the nature of reality.
Could be.
I don't know what that is. That's as far as my thought process went. My schema was like cave, Plato, reality.
There
and
it is. Yeah.
I'm too old for this.
Oh, Copper took a rough couple of deaths. One on a car right off the first row, and one in the water in the back. Gotta play cool right now. I mean, It's tough because there is a timer. There is a timer in this game that adds a little bit of that pressure, obviously, and especially the back rows. Like, you can't just stand in one place and wait your turn. But I mean, slow and steady is for sure going to win this race right now because the cost of that game over is so high.
Yeah, you definitely want to be careful and pick your spots. It looks like Copper's going to. Yeah, Copper had a nice maneuver there to kind of rearrange, and there we go. Copper's got all 5 here. But yeah, it's tricky because you do want to try to take your time to get into those caves and pick your spots, but at the same time, there's a timer on every level, so
right,
you got to find that balance. Now, with level 3 here, you'll see that the traffic has gotten, like the red cars especially have gotten faster and they get harder to dodge. There comes a point where instead of just trying to just zip across the street, sometimes it's better to do some lateral moving around so you can find the right timing.
Totally. Yeah, and bulldozers are in the mix now too on level 3, so there's a huge construction movement on level 3. We saw the bus meta in level 1 and 2, the school bus meta. Now we see the bulldozers that take up a pretty decent chunk.
I'm trying to decide what message is being sent by this game by the fact that they replaced the school buses with bulldozers.
Invest in industry, I guess.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Infrastructure over education, I guess. Maybe
it's a blue collar town. Maybe it's not actually NYC. Maybe all these buses are taking students to trade school.
Yeah,
which is admirable.
And while we're looking at the Frogger Industrial Revolution, Copper takes the game over and is back to level 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
These are big rubber bands right now. Losing that progress is brutal.
Yeah, this is a very unforgiving game. It's simple, but it's devious.
Yeah, for sure.
Simple and devious.
Yeah, and again, like I wind up thinking about this every time that I commentate Sneakbike, but the racers don't know where their opponent is in relation to them. So
that's the most stressful part, having raced several times. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, every game over, you're kind of thinking like, oh, how far back am I? You know what I mean? Like they don't know, taking that game over, they might not even know that their opponent is still on level 1 as well. But when you take that game over, you're like, I gotta go now, you know? Yeah,
Sleek and Copper at this point have both made it to level 3 at various points, and neither of them really have any idea that the other person has only made it that far.
Totally.
Yeah, you can see Sleek trying to figure out how to navigate the road here. That row of red cars going super fast makes it really tricky to do that, but he had some nice maneuvering there, so
yeah,
made it to the river.
I do like that you get that one little row of sidewalk to before the river to kind of just say like, okay, I made it across the road. Thank goodness, you know.
That is nice. You get a little bit of a breather there, but that gets taken away in level 4. They introduce a snake mechanic to that.
So. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So if one of them makes it to level 4 here pretty soon, we will see what that looks like.
Golly gee willikers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing is safe in the FCU, I'm telling you.
Nope. The FCU giveth, the FCU taketh away.
Oh, and the crocodile is introduced in level 3 as well. Crocodile is chilling on the top row.
Yeah. So you can land on its back safely, but you can't land on its jaw. So there's a little bit of wiggle room there to get across with the crocodile, but it's a bit of a hazard too. Let's see if Sleek can get another frog across here. All right, Sleek is figuring out how to navigate that road with the fast traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if we can see, I mean, gosh, yeah, seeing a push to level 4 would be huge, but in order to maintain, like, you'd have to take level 4 pretty slow, you know?
Oh, Sleek just got run over by a car. Sleek only has one more frog to get to level 4.
Oof.
Although he's on his last life now, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Sleek, I think actually Sleek got an extra life for a moment by reaching 10,000 points. I think that's how you get a 1-up in this game, but...
Yep. Kia confirmed in chat. That's correct.
Yeah,
very
totally.
Observant.
All right, hey. All right. He made it through the traffic. But yeah, that last cave that Sleek's got to get to is that one all the way on the left. That's the tricky one.
Yep. Yeah, and Copper is trying to get that last cave as well, and there's a crocodile that just showed up.
Sleek just game over too. I didn't even see how it happened, but
brutal. No, Copper! Oh my God, gets tricked by the turtles going underwater. That was such bad luck.
Top 10 anime betrayals. Oh my goodness.
Gosh, the cave crocs are such a troll. That's so mean.
Goodness.
They just poke their little face out, just looking like, hey, you can't go in here. Hey,
how's it going?
Yeah.
I'm Cave Crocodile. You look tasty.
What a bummer.
Yeah, what a shame. Don't you hate it when you just walk in the door and there's a cave crocodile there?
Dude, story of my life.
This happened to me 3 times today already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to stay inside for the rest of the day. It's not safe. It's not safe to leave your home and then return to your home.
Agoraphrogophobia.
Agoraphrogophobia.
Yeah, so at this point I'm wondering, like, what's going to be in level 4, you know? Are we going to see like tanks in the street? What's the vehicle that's going to be in 4?
Yeah, the military is going to sweep in to crack down on the frog rebellion, I think.
Yeah.
So we are going to see some tanks. The government is not going to stand for this frog insurrection any longer. Like, they can overlook a couple levels of frogs getting into caves, but
yeah,
level 3, they're gonna step in.
So you start with what? How many lives do you start? Sorry, you can.
I think no, you're good. It looks like you start with 4 lives, I believe, and then when you get 10,000 points, you get an extra life.
Gotcha. Gosh, that's not a whole lot for. Five levels. Really not. No.
Mm-hmm. There are ways to earn extra points, though. You may have noticed that, you know, if you look at Copper Screen, for example, there's a girl frog on a log there. Ostensibly a girl frog. I don't know. It's wearing a pink bow. It can be whatever gender it wants to be. I don't care.
Yeah,
but,
that.
But if you grab one of those, that's worth 200 points if the frog makes it to the cave. And then there's a fly in the middle cave on Copper Screen as well. If you grab that, that's another 200 points. So that's another way to rack up the points.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might be not necessary, but it might be a helpful part to go out of your way if you feel comfortable getting those extra points, because that's, as it is right now, it's only 1 life per level, and it's pretty easy. I mean, it's pretty easy to lose a couple very quickly if you're
I
not
certainly
careful.
Subscribe to the every little bit helps philosophy.
Totally.
In this case.
Totally.
Yeah.
What were the games that you've raced previously for Sneakbike so far?
Oh, me? Oh gosh. Yeah. Try to remember. I think there was this one called Doug Dig 3. I don't know. I have 0 feelings about that game. Absolutely no feelings whatsoever. Oh goodness. No, yeah, like there's thanks, Kia. Thanks for dropping that command. Yeah. Gosh, yeah, Dig Dug 2, Mega Man 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Gosh, what did we I already forget. Oh, I did the Lost Vikings when I had my race with Octo, and Octo squeaked out the win on that one, and that was a fun game too. That had a nice mechanic where you had a team of 3 Vikings. You had to switch back and forth between them, and
yes,
that was a fun time. So
I remember Lost Vikings. I had a demo disc when I was a kid for Interplay, because I think it was developed by Interplay Games, which was before they were acquired by Blizzard. Yeah, I remember playing a bunch of the Lost Vikings on this demo disc and being like 6 years old and being like, this game hurts my small brain. This very much hurts my small brain.
Head.
That game got crunchy, Lost Vikings.
Oh man, I was kind of thrown off by the fact that you start out in a spaceship. Like, there is nothing in like the opening demo that indicated you would start in a spaceship. I would expect to be in a spaceship at the end of the game, but not at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Star Tropics type deal where you're just navigating the islands and then you end up in a spaceship at the end. But
developers love to subvert expectations like that. I feel they just loved, yeah. You're Vikings, but now you're, yeah. It's Alien versus Predator. Like, you know, like I don't know, yeah. Gosh. So okay, all right. Copper, level 3, 3 lives in the bank if you count the 0. If you count the 0 life. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
There were 3 lives in the bank. No, there's not.
Sorry. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh God.
The curse of the commentator strikes again.
Oh my God. Okay.
We
Oh, my
no!
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
that went from 0 to game over so fast.
I'm so sorry. Shouldn't have said anything.
Oh,
That was that was rough. That was rough, dude. It's so funny. I've commentated for so many different games, so many different tournament events, so many different like meta games or whatever, and like the commentator's curse. It is so real. No matter what game you're playing, no matter what you're doing, as soon as you bring any positive attention to someone, it is like a 95% chance that they are going to completely just nosedive.
Yeah. It's a universal thing too. There's not like a particular commentator who curses people all the time. It's everyone.
Yes.
It is all of us. We are all to blame for these crimes.
Yes.
And one day justice will be served and we'll get our comeuppance, but it is not going to be this day.
Gosh,
Unfortunately for Copper and for Sleek, we're going to continue just cursing them and cursing them.
I just want to say nice things about these fantastic runners, and gosh, I just feel like it's such a liability at this point for me.
I wonder
say
if the universe is telling us we should be jerks to them, but that just runs counter to our whole philosophy of Sneakbike being community.
Yeah, right.
And we are all good friends here. we can't be mean to them. So this is the price we pay for friendship.
If and when I ever race, I give all commentators full permission to absolutely just bully the heck out of me.
We're gonna cheer you on so hard though.
No, the reverse.
No, we're gonna say nothing but positive things for you for the most inane actions. Like Dex says, push the start button. Holy cow!
No, please, God.
It's like, oh no, Dex's computer has crashed. Oh God, what have we done?
All right. I'm going to pop into the Racer voice chat and let them know that the requirements are we're going to change it to beating level 4. So I'll be right back. Bren, hold it down for me, will ya?
You got it. All right. Well, I guess the disappointing thing is we're not going to see what happens in level 5 anymore. I figured there was going to be like, I don't know, like a barbecue or like a cookout where we're all just like, instead of dodging traffic, just getting together and having a good time and cooking burgers and having soda like Coca-Cola, an ice cold Coca-Cola. Oh goodness, but it's not to be. So the new requirement, it's already been updated in the upper left hand corner. They got to beat level 4 now. And welcome back, Dex.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll help move things along. Have any of them even gotten to level 4 yet? That's my question. I think they've gotten as far as level 3, but
no, I don't think we've seen level 4. I don't think we've seen it yet.
Yeah, so
I can only imagine based on what we've seen so far, it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, actually, maybe the venue moves from the highway to someone's backyard, and maybe they're just playing a good old-fashioned game of croquet.
Ooh, how long were you sitting on that one, Bren?
I came up with it like 5 minutes ago.
I am extremely impressed.
I was waiting for the right moment.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff, y'all.
Yeah, that's the quality entertainment you can expect here at Sneakbike.
All right, chat, Bren, what are our predictions for what vehicle we're going to see added in level 4, the final level of this race? What do we think? We have school buses, level 1 and 2, and we have bulldozers in level 3. What do we think we're going to see in level 4?
Then we were tossing around tanks earlier, which is amazing because they're very heavy.
Yes.
But,
yes.
goodness. What else? I'm sorry, I just looked at
Motorcycles?
that.
Probably not. Probably not.
Card
But-
games on motorcycles. That's what it's gonna be. I'm sorry. I've just looked at Old King K's comment in chat about my puns being blamed for Walker. It's not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, King.
Pure destructive power.
Yes, behold the destructive power. Yes, the game turns into Yu-Gi-Oh. Exactly. Turns into Yu-Gi-Oh. Perhaps Naruto. Who knows? The game is like suddenly anime on level 4.
Interesting. I am looking at the cuttingroomfloor.net, which is like a cool resource for kind of seeing like the little behind the scenes snippets and like trivia about games. And I'm looking at an unused graphic that was left in the Frogger SNES game code, and it looks like it's a fire truck.
A fire truck.
They never used it. They never used it.
The fire trucks were meant to be used, but they never were.
Which only makes me more curious about what other vehicles they put in the game.
Or is there fire in the game?
Ooh. Well,
Did they decide that fire trucks would make the game too easy for the players? Like, would the fire trucks put out the fires?
right. Yeah, eventually you're just in like a burning hellscape, and if there were fire trucks, it would be too much of it would make no sense. It would break your immersion.
Yeah.
So they remove them. Yeah.
It's like, no, we can't have fire trucks here. We need fire.
Yeah.
The entire river is just a river of fire. Maybe there's a volcano upstream and it erupts at some point during the game and the lava flow just comes down. We may never know.
Nicely done, Copper. Copper and Sleek are like absolutely neck and neck, right alongside each other. Copper just got that last frog maybe like 5 seconds before Sleek, and they are in the exact same position essentially.
Yeah,
looking to get that first frog in.
This is an exciting first round, and they seem to have really mastered level 1 at this point. Level 1 is relatively easy compared to all the other levels, which I guess is what you would expect in basic game design, now that I say those words out loud, but here we are.
But I mean, it's very interesting that, imagine spending $60 on this game and taking it home, and this is your experience so far, is like, this is it. You're just trying to get past level 4. I'd probably be like pretty, I'd be pretty ticked. I'd be like maybe disheartened.
Yeah,
like
you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And it gets harder and harder.
It's brutal.
It's a metaphor for adulthood, really.
Yeah, over and over, and it only gets harder as you go on.
Man, I never spent enough time in my life doing a deep analysis of Frogger and just understanding the whole meta narrative, but now that I'm doing it, sitting here with you talking about it, I feel like I'm learning something valuable today.
The philosophical implications of Frogger, a novel.
Yeah, and that value is that lesson I'm learning is never think about Frogger ever again.
Oh man.
Oh, Sleek, no.
That was a tough spot. Yeah, there was no getting out of that one. Bulldozers on the left, pickup trucks on the right. I don't know what the green ones in the middle of the street are. They look like I don't know, hatchbacks.
They look like trucks to me, actually.
Yeah, something like that.
It's hard to tell.
Oh goodness. All right, nice. So okay, both racers on level 3. Copperwing with the life advantage. Sleek is like very clearly playing a little bit slower, a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can see Copper is really... Yeah, Copper was doing that lateral movement, looking for the right spot, and got through the traffic. So Copper is starting to put this together, I think.
Totally.
Oh, that's rough for Sleek, that game over. Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, and the tone of this game is so bizarre to me, because I again, to bring attention to this again, the way that they've coded Frogger as a character is just so indifferent. Like, the fact that you get a game over and you just get this picture of Frogger looking completely checked out, just holding a sign that says "Get ready."
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Frogger's got a real Eeyore vibe to him, don't you think?
Yeah, and that's not really what makes me want to continue a game. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't get me hyped to continue playing. It's kind of like, all right, dude, get ready. Let's do this again.
All right, let's do this. Thanks for helping me.
Hooray!
I'm gonna go to my cave. Frogger is a whole mood. That's true.
Old King Cake, it's so funny that you say that, because if you want to get involved in these fantastic retro races, whether you want to be a commentator, whether you want to be a producer, an artist, a racer, any member of this community, whether you just want to hang out and be around other people that are passionate about retro gaming, !Discord in the chat ski. Hop into the Discord, hang out with us, and celebrate the weird, the wild, the retro over here at Sneakbike. Join
Copper's on level 4 now, by the way.
Ah!
And died twice immediately as I said that. I thought it, and she died.
God.
And Copper, no!
Copper, please.
Oh, no, it looks like it's back to buses now. It looks like. Oh,
yeah.
Copper, that's rough.
We're back to the school meta.
That is rough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh goodness.
And I mean, I gotta say that the hitbox and the hurtbox for Frogger looks pretty dubious based on a lot of the deaths that we've seen. Like, it looks like Frogger's hurtbox extends a decent amount outside of the actual like pixels, and the hitbox for the cars extends a little bit outside of like their art as well. Because some of these deaths have been. It looks pretty generous from the cars, at least.
Yeah, and I found that the boxes for the caves are actually also really tight. Like, if you try to land on the cave and you're just off by a pixel, it counts as a death. Like, if you don't wedge the entire frog body into the mouth of that cave, dead. Like, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
it is rough, and one of the things I like the least about the game. But
totally,
what can you do? The game sets the rules, not us.
Totally. We are but players in this. We are but actors in this great play that we call Frogger for Super Nintendo.
But actors upon this stage of life.
Man, this was the last officially licensed game for the Super Nintendo. That just blows my mind.
Man, in like a lion, out like a lamb, as they say.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because Super Mario World was 1991 or something like that?
Yeah, you got Super Mario World, one of the greatest games ever made, coming out at launch with the system. I mean, as a kid, I remember when Super Nintendo came out, and I was not one of the kids who was able to get a Super Nintendo right away, but I had friends who had it, and like I wanted nothing more during the summer than to just go over to a friend's house and just play Super Mario World, and it was just the coolest thing in the world at the time.
Oh, totally.
Oh my gosh, just the nostalgia of thinking about that is.
Yeah, that game. I mean, that game seemed huge to me at the time. Like it felt like it might as well have been Skyrim. You know, like it. Like the world is huge. It took a long time to beat at the time. You know.
No, yeah, gosh, and the marketing for some of those games is just saturated. Like, you would see TV commercials for it, you would see posters up everywhere, magazines, and I mean, this is like before you had the internet, where you could just easily spread the word about things. Like, there were very, very few games that got the hype and the fanfare that games like Super Mario World did, or like I remember. Sonic 2 actually got a lot of marketing before it came out. Like, that was a game I remember being particularly hyped for. But these days it's like, it's whatever the flavor of the month is.
Yo, seriously. Oh my god, huge moves from Sleek, who, by the way, is at level 4. That was an incredible little maneuver.
At level 4 with 4 lives.
The snake! Did you see that escape? Yo, Sleek is earning their place.
Knocked from that snake.
What? Wait.
What
happened?
Oh, must have run out of time. That's the only thing I could think of.
Oh my god. Please.
Oh, Sleek, no.
Please.
It's
Wow.
all right. Sleek still has a couple lives. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Jeez.
Sleek's doing great.
Nicely done.
Look at that. Look at that slick maneuvering.
Sidewalk. Oh gosh, and still has like every single cave to fill right now.
Yeah, but Sleek's got one.
You got to be careful. Yep, that's good. That's good. Copper still holding on to her lives. 4 lives left for Copper and 3 caves to go on level 3. So we still have a race. This is a fragile
Sleek,
lead.
what a nice move. My goodness.
Looking confident. Looking confident.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, Sleek was doing a lot of that lateral movement I was talking about earlier that was going to come in handy for this one. Oh, and Sleek got the far left cave. That's one of the toughest ones to get too. So Sleek is in
Nice.
okay shape right now. Actually, let me take that back. Sleek is currently playing Frogger and is pressing buttons and things are happening on the screen. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible.
Yeah,
to avoid
no cursorinos, no cursorinos. Yes, both players are simply playing the game.
Yeah, they're playing the game and putting frogs into caves.
Yes, and we are completely neutral and completely indifferent about this event. You know.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Oh Sleek. Oh Sleek.
Okay, I'm not saying this out loud. I'm even though it sounds like I'm saying this out loud, I'm actually telepathically communicating this to you, Bren, and to all of chat at the same time.
Yeah.
To avoid the curse. So yeah, I'm telepathically beaming this in. Sleek only has 1 cave left on level 4. It's the far right cave. Just so you know.
Did not actually say it out loud. Yeah, it did not happen.
It's curse proof. Yep.
It is curse proof.
Oh my god! Oh!
Sleek has got it!
And there it is. All right. Sleek
Sleek's got it! Oh, holy butts!
Okay, so yeah, Sleek finished level 4. We're gonna see the closeout. The new game is gonna be loaded.
I wonder. I am so hyped for the next game.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be all of those games at the same time. Wow. We're going into the 4th dimension.
I don't see it on there. Well, just based on this screen, I'm not gonna panic.
This is the most challenging part of the race, which is opening the second game. We actually talked about this in the pre-show.
We did.
Yeah, we were like, that's going to be the challenge, is finding the other game.
Gosh.
So wow, what if Copper catches up because Sleek was having trouble finding the second game?
I mean, listen, that's part of the classic Sneakbike environment, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared to pass that baton to yourself, you know.
Copper.
I'm just gonna message them real quick and see if they are okay and need any help or anything.
Yeah, totally. All right, Copper, gotta get that 4th frog. Oh my goodness, we are walking a high wire act here, friends. Copper has no lives left, but only needs to get that last frog. Into the cave. Oh, Copper. Oh, some good moves there to avoid the cars, avoid traffic. Oh no, Copper, what happened? Oh no.
Brutality.
Oh,
the brutality.
The most brutal game over yet. Oh no.
The croak heard round the world.
Oh, the croak heard round the world indeed. Oh my goodness. Rip it in peace. Oh my goodness, Copper. All right. Well, do we know what's going on with Sleek right now?
Yeah, and so it's tough for me to go. I messaged them directly, but I am hesitant to go into the voice chat because I don't necessarily want to spoil to Copper that. Sure. All right. Cool. I'll be right back then.
All right, so we'll see if we can get our issues sorted out with Sleek. Sleek might be playing the second game right now. Not totally sure, but looking into that for a moment. So Copper has some catching up to do. Copper, my goodness, is so very close to finishing the first leg of this race, but she can still catch up. There's still time. So it's not over yet by any means. All right, Copper has gotten level 1 all finished up. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, Pippin has a good point. We forgot to mention the telepathy, so we cursed Copper. That's all on me. That is all on me. I will take the blame for that. Dex has no blame in this whatsoever. Maybe I did it on purpose. I don't know. Maybe I placed a lot of channel points. Actually, no, I don't think commentators are allowed to place channel points, so that would be a conflict of interest and possibly illegal.
Yeah, it would be Sneakbike bucks laundering.
Yeah.
Greatest of crimes.
The greatest of crimes. There is no greater crime.
Yeah, so I did update, but all right, perfect. We got resolution is in the works. So in the meantime, you send your energy to Copper, and let's see if we can get this comeback mounted, because there's a little mountain to climb, a little hill to conquer.
Yeah, and Copper takes another death there. Those incidental deaths are so frustrating, especially when you got as close to finishing as Copper did. Like, I can only imagine what she must be feeling right now, and my heart goes out to her for sure.
Yeah, this is an extremely there we go. Sleek has got it up and running. Let's go. But this is a tough race format. I note it every time I'm on here, but it's a tough race format and takes a lot of mental fortitude to not know where your opponents are and to take like a game over and reset all the way back to the beginning.
It really is, and it can be so easy to get down on yourself too when you, especially if you get that close to finishing and then you have to start all over again. It can be brutal sometimes, but
totally.
Yeah. But we're all here for each other. We're here to support each other and show our love, and that's what community is all about.
Absolutely. Yeah, honestly, it's just a testament to how strong these racers are for sticking with it and just keeping it going. Because it takes a lot of strength to be a racer here. It takes a lot of gaming willpower and spirit.
Absolutely. Do we want to talk about the second game of the race that Sleek is on right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, this game is called Congo's Caper. It is a side-scrolling platform action video game for the SNES. And the goal here is to beat the dinosaur boss at the end of, I believe, the 4th level in this game. So Sleek has just got to navigate through 4 platforming levels here and beat the dinosaur boss. And then we'll see if they make it to the end first or if Copper's able to catch up. Yeah,
it's this game is looking pretty. Did you say? I don't think that I was here for that race, but did you say that Sneakbike has done Joe and Mac before?
Yeah, and actually, it's made by, the game is published by Data East, who are the same people that made the Joe and Mac series.
So. Yeah, what the heck? It literally, like, even the health bar, the little notches that they use to signify your health, those are like the same things that they used in Joe and Mac too.
Yeah. Yeah,
what
exactly.
The heck? Oh, and that overworld map is the exact same too as Joe and Mac. What the heck?
Yeah, you know what? I actually looked up Congo's Caper on speedrun.com, and they actually classify it as part of the Joe and Mac series. I don't know if that's actually accurate, but I could believe it. I could totally believe it.
I mean, like, legitimately, the enemies that Sleek is fighting right now, like, the pterodactyls are almost 1-to-1 the exact same from the Joe and Mac game for SNES. And the cave people, the cave dudes, even these little huts, the little huts are the huts that you see in the beginning of the opening cutscene of Joe and Mac. I know this because Joe and Mac was one of the only games that I owned on SNES for so long. I am obsessed with that game. It's hilarious. I can't believe just how much of this game is just asset recycling or vice versa. This looks like it came before Joe and Mac, if I had to guess, but...
Yeah. Right, meanwhile, whoa, Copper's on level 4 again, and she just dodged the heck out of some traffic there. My goodness.
Level 4 in Last Life. It's...
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Why did we notice her?
I'm sorry.
Why did we do that?
I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're sorry, friends. We're sorry.
The strength. Y'all, please, bongo taps. We need bongo taps in chat for Copper. We need.
We are
nothing but bongo taps.
We are putting Copper through a special type of heck right now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now, I believe with Congo's Caper, if you take a game over, you actually can continue from the level you were on. So this is more forgiving than Frogger.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, but anyway, fun fact about Congo's Caper, the world speedrunning record for this game is 20 minutes and 54 seconds by OmniGamer. That record was set 8 years ago, so it's about time for that record to fall if there are any budding speedrunners out there.
What did you say the speedrun time was?
20 minutes and 54 seconds is the current world record, any percent on Congo's Caper.
Okay, any percent. There's got to be a pretty sizable glitch in that because this game has got, well, I don't know, maybe not. This game's got 35 levels, so that's there's got to be some pretty big skips in there, just based on what we're seeing. But yeah, apparently the levels or the worlds that you see in Congo's Caper are a jungle, a mountain range, a pirate ship, a volcano, and a ghost town.
But no streets and no rivers with frogs and turtles and things like that?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's very little crossover with the FCU.
Yeah, wow.
Completely different universes.
I'm shocked that these two games have nothing to do with each other whatsoever.
Yeah, it's wild. I'm noticing the slot mechanic in Congo's Caper and just kind of feeling like, man, this game is all over the place. We're talking gambling out here.
Oh yeah.
They were already slick with it. They already knew that cave people loved gambling, you know?
Cave people did love gambling. They didn't have much to gamble with, so they had to make do with whatever they could find, like bones.
Crowns, bones.
Crowns, legs of meat,
teeth, pterodactyls.
Mostly teeth, actually. The Sleek is running into some trouble here on level, I think it's level 2. Let's see level 3 already.
Level 3.
But yeah, so on level 3 here, part of what happens is there's these weird, like, snaky vine creatures that just kind of wiggle around, and they leave a trail they kind of leave some vines in their wake. And what Sleek needs to figure out is that you can actually, the way Sleek was just swinging on those branches just now, you can actually swing off of the bodies of these vine creatures that you can see right here.
Sure. Yeah, I got it. So yeah, there.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Sleek's got it now.
That's what we call emergent gameplay in development, where the player is able to just discover these things for themselves, kind of, and that's pretty cool. I mean, they set you up, right? Like, they set you up because they give you all those branches that you're obviously supposed to swing from before, and then they throw those little vines at you.
Yeah, no, I like the way that's designed though, because you have to swing on the branches to get to the next part of the level. So you have to learn that mechanic first, and then you got to figure out that you can apply it to other things too.
Right.
Yeah. Gotta love that.
And checking back in on Copper. Copper has 3 lives left on level 3, looking to take it slow and steady. 4 frogs in the cave left to go. Are they gonna run on that croc? They are not. They are going to take it easy.
Copper is playing Frogger.
Yeah. What can you say, huh?
Frogger is the game that Copper is currently playing.
Yes.
That is all I will say about that.
Yes. Neither here nor there. Absolutely curse-proof material.
Completely inane observation.
Yes. Now checking back in on Sleek, we're seeing some. See, yep, and just like Joe and Mac, you can actually ride on the pterodactyls by standing on them as well. Looking like Sleek is going to opt out of that and keep swinging.
Gotta get that arm workout in.
Oh, this is stressful.
Oh my goodness.
That's tough.
That is tough.
Yeah, there's a bit of
Copper is doing some impressive car dodging. I know I shouldn't have actually said that aloud, but
You gotta.
I just watched her just like avoid getting hit by a red car 3 times in a row. And she earned this. She earned that last frog there. So Copper's back on level 4 with 3 lives in the queue now. She just got an extra life. So let's see if she can finally seal the deal here.
Yeah. Oh God! See
why no?
That's the hitbox thing that's like absolutely heartbreaking.
All she did was like just kiss the back of that dump truck, and that's how you die.
And listen, kissing the back of a dump truck shouldn't be a crime. All right,
it shouldn't be a crime. No one should die for that.
No, absolutely not.
No, but here we are. This is the world we live in.
Oh no! Again! Oh my God!
Wow!
Oh my God! That
Just
was
like that, all those lives
so
gone.
brutal. That was so brutal.
Oh what? No!
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! I feel like
what kind of hitbox is that? Why is that? Why?
God, the dump truck. It's deadly and alluring. Listen, as a dump truck owner myself, it's hard. They can be hard to resist, but that was a tragedy. That was a tragedy.
My goodness. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I think that I feel like it's particularly brutal because the like respawn time is seamless almost. Like you die and then you immediately regain control of your character like pretty quick. So I think a couple of those deaths at least were like getting back into the game with like an input already buffered, or just like maybe tapping the controller like in frustration, or just like getting ready to go and just launching back into the street like right away. You know what I mean? Like we saw those deaths like very, very quickly.
Yeah, no, and that could definitely be a frustration thing. I mean, when you're frustrated, especially in a situation like this, when you're not just when you're racing, but you're racing in the championship match of a tournament,
right?
I mean, that can like frustration can just snowball very quickly,
right?
And things can go south in a hurry. Sleek, meanwhile, is on level 4, and there's basically 2 phases here. First, the dino is going to chase you through this system of caves where you have to avoid spikes and other cavemen and whatnot, and then when you get to the end, it's going to be the actual boss fight. So we'll see if Sleek is able to get to the end and then actually figure out how to handle the boss.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's still time for Copper to catch up, but it's getting pretty late in the day here, as it were.
Yeah, and the thing, dude, this is so wild. This is I'm sorry, but this is literally exactly how the boss fight with the T-Rex goes in Joe and Mac. There's a platform that is that high, and the boss's health bar looks the exact same with those notches. I am so blown away that this is a game. I have to play through the whole thing now as a Joe and Mac enthusiast.
Yeah, I almost wonder if, like, are you going to play it as an enthusiast, or are you just so offended that they basically ripped it off that you're going to hate play it?
Well, it's not even the thing that's wild is that it's not even a ripoff because it's the same studio. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same developers that did Joe and Max. So they just like recycled one of their games, which is like it's just wild that they did that. Like, normal, there are developers that will recycle their games, but like, this is like just the same. It's the same setting. It's the same assets. It's the same, like, you know, it's like also a caveman game. Like, they didn't even change the environment or anything. You know what I mean? That's the thing that's wild to me.
I mean, they're good at their caveman games. What can you say?
Yeah, they found their niche.
Yeah, like reusing assets. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. I mean, look at Majora's Mask, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
And that's such a good game too.
Totally. Yeah, reusing your engine, reusing assets is super commonplace for development. But like, just having a weird, like, kind of pseudo like twin game without acknowledging it or being like in the same universe is just very, very fascinating to me.
Yeah. I'm checking in on Copper. She's at level 3 again, and looks pretty close to getting a 1-up, which is good because she has no lives left in the queue. And there she goes. She's got her extra life there.
Yep, that's what the heck?
And immediately loses it.
What the heck? And so that was
No.
so that was what? That was from. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Oh
wow.
my goodness. That's tough. That's tough.
That spiraled out of control. Copper, I am so sorry.
Yeah, I guess the thing that I've been kind of forgetting about a little bit is that like you die from entering the cave at the wrong angle. They don't even not let you jump into the cave and like keep you on the log. You just die.
That's exactly what I was talking about earlier too.
Yeah.
If you don't jump into that cave at like a precise angle, like if you don't perfectly wedge the frog in there, you're dead. Like that's it. Game over, man.
That's
game
so
over.
Brutal. Yeah, that's
It
so
really
brutal.
is. Frogger is one of the most unforgiving games.
God. This is making Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge look like a cakewalk, man. This game is tough. Tough as nails.
Gosh, at this point I feel like Swampy's gonna take revenge on us for cursing Copper so much.
So I think that you outlined this once before, but just to reiterate, for the dinosaur boss in this, the way to damage it is you have to knock enemies back into it specifically. So
Yes, and that's gonna be tricky to figure out too.
right.
Because like specifically you gotta knock them out, and then you actually gotta like push them, like get behind them and roll them toward the dino, and then
Yeah.
launch them at the dino.
Oof.
And oh,
Oh God! Is that all the way back to the
that's all the way back. Oh no!
Oh
no!
The humanity,
Oh,
the
I thought-
cavemanity.
there must be a limited number of continues then. Oh my goodness! 'Cause-
Yep.
oh wow!
Yeah.
So-
So this is. Yep.
Copper has a chance to catch up now.
It's true. It's very much true. This is the great equalizer.
This is the great equalizer.
This is the great equalizer. Exclamation mark
Holy
equalizer in chat.
Mackerel.
Wow. I wonder what's up with that little baby pterodactyl that was up in the top. It looked like it needed saving. Gosh, there's so much about this game that I want to know.
Yeah, I know. I kind of want to dig into the lore of that one little baby pterodactyl.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked like a secret or something. Like maybe you can ride it. Maybe it's like a power up or something like that. But yeah, Sleek is gonna be just saddling up again for a ride back to
Come
level
on,
5.
my pterodactyl, and ride it.
Oh God! Oh,
Nelly.
sassy dino. Was there a theme for this Kia? We have Kia. I think Kia was responsible for picking the games today. Was the theme jolly green dinos or something reptilian?
Either that or the theme is abject cruelty
yes.
toward the gamers.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, misery and woe upon you.
Yeah. A pox. A plague on both their houses.
All right, Copper, looking good. Lives on deck. One frog in the cave, 2 frogs in the cave, playing it chill. Again, I admire the heck out of Copper right now, just for still just racing and taking these game overs in stride and
Like
iterating every time and making it happen.
Copper is showing us some mental fortitude
Yes,
to everyone, and I commend her for her
Yes.
tenacity.
1,000 times.
Absolutely.
Oh, the Kia says the theme was finals. Nice.
Finals, eh?
Yeah, you can really see it. The final, Frogger SNES was the final officially licensed game for Super Nintendo, and
Yep, definitely.
uh,
Congo's Caper is the final game of the race.
yes, there it is.
Yeah, that's it.
It is.
That's definitely it. the final Joe and Mac game?
Ah, yep, there it is. Thank you, Cassie. That's correct. Yeah. What is going on here with this weird like pseudo racetrack in Sleekbeak, or actually in Sleekbeak, in Congo's Caper?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it really fits in the prehistoric era, does it?
Yeah, but I guess maybe that's a recurring theme because the last area in this game is a ghost town, and the final boss of that area, spoilers, y'all, sorry if I'm spoiling this 40-year-old game for you, but the final boss is a vampire. So maybe it looks like there might be some time play in the game.
I wasn't saying anything, but I was watching Copper. She had gotten level 4, and I really think the frustration is just mounting for her because she took 4 straight deaths.
Yeah,
pretty quickly. Didn't even make it across the street that time.
They add up so quick in this game.
They really do.
So quick.
They really do.
Yeah.
Like poor Copper.
I know, and I feel like that's something that we've seen like multiple times at this point is like Copper getting tripped up and then either like buffered inputs or something, but like just getting caught like on one unlucky death and then just taking like 3 deaths in a row or something. It's like I don't know what is going on, but it just there's like the game gives you no time to process a death, you know? It gives you no time to grieve. There's no screen, there's no nothing. You just spawn like right away, immediately.
It really doesn't, and I mean she's got to be putting so much pressure on herself too. We talked about that, a lot already. But it's when you're racing, that's a very real thing that you deal with. Is just the mental anguish of having to start over, not knowing where your opponents are, and she's got to be thinking like, okay, at any moment Sleek is going to finish, and the comms are going to come into voice chat and let us know it's over. That's
right.
A lot of stress to put on yourself.
Yeah.
When really she could still catch up if Sleek game overs again and Copper's able to get past level 4 on Frogger, she still has a chance.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of potential for rubber banding. And at that point it just comes down to, Sleek has had a couple of runs through the game so far, has some experience. So that is definitely an obstacle that Copper will have to surmount once she gets to Congo's Caper, but truly, I mean, it's just a game over away. It's a game over away, and if Copper gets a good run, we could see, dare I say it, a great equalizer.
Dare.
Man, I can't really get over how sassy the T-Rex looks on the left, though. It's just so curious.
Man, that T-Rex looks like they just know what they want out of life, and they just have this look on their face like, I'm coming for you. That might be true. I mean,
yeah,
the T-Rex is kind of like, I guess the king of the dinosaurs or something. I don't know if that's canonical or not, but it is now because I just said it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Canonized. Yeah.
Yep, canonized for sure. But yeah, the T-Rex has nothing to fear except meteors.
Well, and hopefully Congo,
And hopefully Congo, yeah. Hopefully
yeah.
A bunch of well-placed rolling cavemen.
Yeah, something that is definitely interesting from a divergence from the Joe and Mac games is that in the Joe and Mac games, like an integral part of it is that there's like a power-up system, so you can launch boomerangs and bones and fireballs from your club. But in this game, there is not that, and so I wonder if the mechanic is kind of like every boss you have to wind up doing something like this, because there's no way that, like, does hitting the T-Rex with your club do anything? We haven't seen that yet.
It does. I don't believe it does. No.
Okay, gotcha.
I think I tried to test it out, and I don't think that.
Gotcha.
The club did anything. Yeah, and it looked like Sleek was trying to. So there are 2 sources of cavemen in this fight. There's cavemen that kind of sneak up behind you from the right side of the screen, and then there's cavemen that, I guess the T-Rex just has an endless supply of cavemen that it can throw at you.
Yes.
And it looked like Sleek was trying to take the cavemen that the T-Rex was flinging at him and trying to hit him back, when actually what he wants to be doing is using the cavemen that come in from the right. You got to knock them out and then roll them, like get behind them and actually physically push them toward the T-Rex, and that's how you do damage to it.
Right.
So we'll see if Sleek figures it out. But yeah, Sleek, I think, is just trying to fight off the ones that come behind him.
Yeah, that's tough. Right. Yeah. See, you see that in action with when you hit the cavemen that are coming out of the T-Rex's mouth. They just go away right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is tough. I feel like maybe the tip that was included is forgotten in the heat of the moment or something. Because the only tip for the game that we gave was to damage the dino, knock enemies back into it. Eyebrow wiggle.
Yeah.
Man. Oh my gosh. This is tough. This is tough. And it is hard. It is hard to watch. It is hard to watch our beloved runners. You know, it's fascinating to watch people first play through a game and just see like the thought processes unfurling, you know, like see how people respond. Yeah. Because like from a design perspective, you might think that caveman mechanic makes sense. Similarly to how we saw the vine mechanic play out, where like they give you the tree branches that you have to swing from, and then they give you those vine enemies that you have to swing from as well. But in this, like, we're just kind of watching to see if Sleek can pick up on this like launch mechanic with the cavemen.
Yeah, and I have to correct what I said. Kia is pointing out in chat that you actually can hit the ones that that the dino spits at you back at them. And actually, now that we're looking here, Sleek is actually doing damage hitting them back. And one of the other tricky things with the boss fight is if you're not looking at the health bar, like the only indication that you're actually doing damage that I could tell from boss fight is when the health goes down. Like there's no like obvious flashing or anything like that when T-Rex takes a hit. So we'll see. So Sleek is figuring out how to damage the T-Rex. So it's only a matter of time before Sleek is able to whittle down their health.
Yeah, and it's they're pretty nice with giving power ups every once in a while. That's pretty good. So
yeah, you can actually grind out a lot of power ups in this fight.
Oh, so you have those are the notches in the top, huh?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Although if you take one hit before you fill in those notches, you revert back to your monkey form. So
oh my gosh,
the game giveth, the game taketh away.
Seriously. Oof. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. I feel like so Sleek has gotten in maybe like a couple of hits so far.
I think Sleek has taken the T-Rex down to half health or more now.
Yeah,
so.
I see it. It is just very strange when they don't have any sort of animation for connecting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's just no damage animation. So.
Yeah.
But
very unceremonious.
Yeah, but yeah, Sleek is in decent shape here. I'm not going to say much more than that.
Yeah, completely neutral. Yeah, absolutely 100% neutral commentating. And of course, beaming this telepathically into everyone's brains without saying it out loud. Copper is looking excellent with a big stack of lives and finishing level 3.
Sleek just needs one more hit. Sleek is one hit away from the championship. He's got it.
There it is. Nicely done. Sleekbeak claps in the chat. Claps in the chat. Claps and bongo taps. Honestly, those are my favorite.
GG's and hype, everyone. GG's and hype. Sleek is our champion of the beginners tournament of our inaugural Sneak Battle Royale. Congratulations, Sleekbeak, on your victory.
Nicely done. I will go to the racer voice, and I will. Well, so okay, hold on. Let me. Are we gonna call it right here? That's it. Okay. All right. I'll be right back then.
All right. Well, we're waiting for our racers to come back in so we can have a post-race chat with them. But yeah, once again, congratulations to Sleekbeak on finishing both challenges for our race today. Sleekbeak got through level 4 of Frogger for the SNES and beat the dinosaur boss on Congo's Caper. Copper gave a valiant effort, very, very nearly was one frog away from getting past Frogger and then making it to Congo's Caper, but unfortunately, it was not to be. But good job to both racers. GG's all around.
All right, racers, how are we feeling? How are you doing? Give us the scoop. What's going on?
I'm so frustrated with that stupid frog.
I know. Oh my god.
Thank you for killing me, Sleek. Oh my lord.
No, it was not easy. I think in a sneak bike race you have to look at death as a regrowth, an opportunity for growth and perspective, sort of like a Lion King lesson. I started off that game thinking that I thought that you had to get the little bugs. So I'd never seen Frogger before, so I was like, okay, what are the visual cues here? Okay, don't get run over by the cars. And there's the little bugs in the alcoves, and I was like, all right, we got to get one bug in every alcove. And then nothing was happening. And I was like, wait, what is this? So a couple of deaths later, it clicked that you just had to jump into them, but that window to jump into one of those alcoves is super tiny, and
It's so small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, we were talking about that for sure.
that one alcove in the top left, it's so tricky to get to it because the logs are always moving in the opposite direction.
Exactly.
my existential fear was when those whatever lily pads or ducklings or whatever would
I thought
dip
they were
into the water.
turtles.
Turtle? Okay, yeah, I don't even. Yeah,
I believe they are turtles, but they may as well be ducklings or lily pads that sink below every now and then.
they'd submerge and then kill you, and it was like, what?
I realized it was only some groups of turtles that submerged, and so that top row of turtles became my happy place, and I just vibe up there and wait for the logs to come.
Yes.
Because it was only some
Mhm.
groups that sank, and so I just like,
Yeah.
okay, I can't jump on you. I'll jump on you. I just avoided the bottom one, the ones that
Yeah.
sank.
Yeah, and to your point about the left-hand most alcove, like what I started doing is whenever possible, and this didn't work on the snake levels so much, but try and go for that one first and then get the others. But it
Yeah.
kind of made like an interesting optimization problem to do
Yeah,
this.
definitely.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that the leftmost one is definitely the most challenging one to fill because you got to get like all the way to the left and like jump onto the log at just the right time, right when it appears to be able to sneak in. So,
I
but-
think I nearly fell off the edge, like got pushed off the edge of the map up there.
oof, yeah.
That was the most humiliating death that I had, was when I jumped to the left and hit the left edge of the screen. I was like, man, why is this so bad? Yeah.
Something that I noticed about Frogger in particular was that we were saying this over and over, but they're so unceremonious with death. Like, you die and you spawn like right away, and I feel like it was so easy to like come back into the game and then just immediately die again, maybe from like a buffered input or something, but like lives could be lost so quickly. Like,
Yeah,
did you
yeah, and
feel
it was
that at all?
The other thing is that for the first couple of game overs that I had, I didn't know how many lives that I had. That indicator in the lower left, this like beige bar with these green rectangles, it was not clear. Like, I wasn't keeping track. I didn't pick up on the visual cue, so I kept thinking that I had no lives left, and I was always pleasantly surprised. I thought that like the frog that would float by with the bow that you could get as a power up, I thought that was the I thought that was the one up, but I guess it's not. So it's 10,000 points or something like this. So
Right.
It's like 200 or something, I thought.
Right.
it's 200. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that's even better. Okay.
Yeah, 10k points to get an extra life, and I think the bow frog is 200 or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was a waste of time then.
No,
The
you
other
could
element-
farm it on the first level and then have an extra life for like 3 and 4.
I never got because you'd have to get what 50 of those on the first level, so it's still
No, on the first
plus all
two
the
levels,
bugs.
you get at least 10 of them in the first two levels.
Yeah, by the end, Copper, you had a good strategy to farm some extra lives, which I thought was pretty cool.
I wasn't really thinking about it. I didn't know that 10k got you an extra life. I was just getting that because I was like, well, I'm dying.
An absolute testament to your gamer spirit, though, because you just kept it rocking that entire time, just grinding. And I mean, Frogger is a brutal game. So seriously, the biggest of props to both of you for racing and putting on such a good show.
Yeah,
Well, thank
absolutely.
you.
Congratulations to the both of you so much for a job well done.
Yeah.
Congrats, Sleek.
Yeah, thank you, Copper. I mean, the other element of that game was like the trucks were difficult to navigate around. But
Yeah.
you should check
Yeah.
out the second game. Do you want to talk about that at all, or should we go to?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about the second game. What'd you think about it?
It's super cute. You guys, the Sneakbike it's following in a long string of like, better graphics than I would think for the Super NES. So it's it was super cute. Like it's kind of a Mario knockoff and like a DK knockoff. But it's the mechanics were pretty easy to nail down. I had no idea what to do with the boss until I don't know what the second time around after I game overed. So but from a speedrunning perspective, it wasn't so hard to pick up on the visual cues. It was a much better designed game. I guess it was like, after they'd done a few games and knew how to communicate to the player what to do. But it was pretty straightforward. And I think the only mechanic that I didn't quite pick up on that I thought that I had to use on the last boss, but I guess you don't, is I thought that you were jumping higher when you stood on top of the caveman's head and then jumped up, but I don't think that's true. So.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it was one of those games, I think, where if you're holding up while you jump, you get a higher jump, but I don't think that it's affected by the cavemen themselves. But
Yeah, no, that's right.
other than that, yeah, I mean, you picked it up. I was wondering if you had because the game 2 or the Congo's Caper like Sneakbike included tip was to damage the dino, knock enemies back into it, and we were watching you being like, I wonder if Sleek remembers the tip, because it was hard. It was hard to do.
The very rare hint that has 2 sentences, and I only read the first one. So okay, all right. I had no idea what to do. I was like, well, this bar better go down with something. So I was like looking for visual cues. Then I saw the little sparkles on the dinosaur, and I was like, that's it. So,
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, super well done, super well met. Y'all adapted, y'all grinded, and that was a great final match. Do y'all have any closing words for our audience?
Here I come, intermediate, I guess.
Love that. Copper, do you have
We're
anything?
waiting for you. We're gonna welcome you with open arms.
By putting me in last place on the next several races.
Hey, no, don't take my job.
My thing is that even if you think you're struggling with the game, I still had fun. Even though by the end I was just like, please end me. I still had fun. So if you are a Sneakbike racer and you find yourself struggling against a game, don't feel discouraged, because it's probably a really, really rough game. And if you're new to Sneakbike and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, that looks really difficult, it's not. I'm just bad.
You did great. And I think that, like, honestly, the way that these matches are formatted, like, if you had crested that level 4, and because Sleek actually took, I think, one big like game over that set Sleek back like all the way to the beginning of Congo's Caper. So like the possibility for a comeback was like always kind of there, even though I'm sure it felt like you were like really stuck. You were a lot closer than it appeared, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So no, seriously, awesome job. It was super fun, and everyone was cheering for y'all the whole way through. So thank you so much for racing, y'all.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Copper. I hope we could be friends. That's why we race. So thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, heck yeah, thank you so much, y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I believe we're going to take a quick intermission and get set up for the intermediate races. And Dex, this is going to be it for you and me for commentary. I believe we're going to be handing it over to our good friends Cassie and Pepper for the next race. So,
Sweet, excited for that. Yes,
absolutely. All right,
Thanks.
friends, thank you so much. Stick around for the next race. And Dex, it was a pleasure, sir. Let's do it again sometime.
Absolutely. Cool. Have a great rest of your day, Sneakbike friends, and thank you, Bren, for co-casting with me. And thanks to the social team, the producers, everybody that does work to make this happen. And we'll see you soon for our next round.
Don't touch that dial, friends. We'll be right back.
All right.